I'm wearing red because it's the month of love. I'm feeling the love. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Shayla. If this is your first time here, come on in, have a seat. This might take a while. I have been waiting. Well, I haven't been waiting because I could film anytime, but I've been wanting to film this video for so long because it's 10 months now since I started keto. I think this is my third or fourth video about it, and I feel like every time I film, I have something new to share. And really, I just want to motivate you guys if you're in a space where you're like, I just need someone to get the ball rolling, because that's what I had. And yeah, so in this video, I am going to be doing a Q&A, but first I want to talk to you guys about my journey up until this point. So we'll touch on a few things that were in previous videos, and then, what I feel like now, how my body feels now, dryuary. We'll talk about that. And yeah, and then we'll answer some questions. So let's just jump right into it. All right, so 10 months ago on, I think, February 13th will be the 10-month mark. I was 25 pounds overweight. Girl, that 25 pounds catches up to you real quick, okay? You just need to go out to eat and really eat whatever you want every weekend, and 25 pounds later, okay? So I was really just at a point where I was like desperate. I was ready for anything, and I was trying to do, the personal trainer's diet. I call it the trainer's diet, where you eat a little bit of carbs, you eat a little bit of vegetables, you eat a little bit of fish 5 times a day. That wasn't working. That didn't work, okay? And then I tried doing 3 times a day. I tried doing the protein shakes in the morning. I basically did what every trainer I see tells you to do, and it just didn't work. I feel like I lost maybe like 5 pounds doing that, and it wasn't like a good 5 pounds. It was like 5 pounds of like water weight. That's what it felt like. It wasn't like a solid 5 pounds where I'm like, okay, like I'm losing, consistently losing. No, it was just a little fluff went, okay? So I was just desperate, and my friend Katie, you guys know her at Katie, she's the only Katie on Instagram, that's how I describe her, told me, she's like, oh, have you heard of keto? And I Googled it, which I recommend everyone here does. Google it, folks. You have to Google it to really understand. So I Googled it, and I said, no sugar, no carbs. Oh my God. That sounds like what I need to do to get my body into shape, okay? So I told her, I was like, I'm gonna start today. And I think that was like the afternoon, and so the rest of the night, I didn't have any sugar or carbs. I just had veggies and I think fish. And I went, would you say cold turkey? Not cold, well, I guess cold turkey. Starting the next day, I started right away, and it's crazy because when I first started, I just cut sugar, I just cut carbs, and I was still eating huge portions because, when you cut sugar and carbs, your body starts to look for something to burn and you're hungry. So I was eating large portions. A few months later, I was like, okay, I've lost 10 pounds, but nothing, I would say maybe 2 months later, I'm down 12 pounds, and I'm kind of stuck here. So that's when I really started to do research. And when I say research, I mean, I'm on the internet looking up YouTube videos. I'm looking up Dr. Berg, Thomas DeLauer. They're like hella keto, okay? Looking up transformation. I was on YouTube every single day, just researching people's stories, watching videos, just so I could hear what everyone was going through and kind of figure out what my next step was. So after doing a little bit of research and just, constantly, I was on YouTube every day, you guys. Constantly on YouTube, I was like, you know what? I need to cut my meals in half because my meals were way too big. I need to cut down on my meals. I need to start tracking my meals. And I use the Keto app tracker, which I find that it really helped because when you write down what you eat and you actually see it and it adds up, you're like, oh crap, okay. So I only have 800 more calories. Okay, okay, that's all I can eat, so it holds you accountable. So I started to do that. I shortened my meals, shortened them. I made my meals smaller, and I also cut out bacon, which I was kind of eating bacon, I notice, every day. And I think there's this huge misconception that because bacon is a fatty meat, you can have fats, you can have meats, that it's okay to eat every day. It kind of isn't. It's like you don't need to be eating that much meat every single day. It was too much. So once I cut out bacon and cut my meals in half, like I really started to see another change. And with further research, a lot of people were saying intermittent fasting, which is eating in an 8-hour window. Any 8-hour window really helps when you're on the keto diet. So pretty much anything that I was told I should do, anything that's great on the keto diet, I did. And it paid off. Okay, so really quickly, the keto diet is basically a high fat, no, not bad, not freaking pounds of butter every day. No, high fat, moderate protein, which is basically like a little salmon steak every day. You know what I'm saying? And low carb. So when I say low carb, I mean low vegetable carb, not low flour, bread, tortillas, chips, carb. Like none of that. You can't have any of that. So no sugar, no processed foods. So I know a lot of people have issues with this because they're like, oh, you can have rice, you can have, you know, all these things in moderation. And it's kind of like, my idea is if you can't grow it on a farm, you know, if you can't grow it from the earth, if you can't grow it on a farm. If I was trapped on a farm, okay, and I only had some cows or some chickens, you know, and I had my vegetables, like that's what I can eat, okay? So that's, you know, with the exception, no potatoes, you know what I'm saying. That's kind of the keto diet with, you know, a couple exceptions. All right, so I'm officially down 25 pounds. Sometimes I look at myself and I'm like, damn, like, it doesn't look like I lost that much. Like, I feel like I haven't lost that much. But then when I look back at my pictures, I'm like, wow, it looks like I've lost like 30 pounds. It's honestly mind-blowing how much your body can change with the food you eat. So many of us have this mindset that, okay, I can eat this cake, I can eat, you know, these nachos, and I can burn it off the next day. It doesn't work like that. Okay, it doesn't work like that. If you're consuming 5,000 calories, you are not going to burn it off the next day. It's going to get stored. Your body, you know, will store it as fat. Okay, so once I started, you know, the keto lifestyle, I should just say keto lifestyle, I started to realize like, wow, I can actually work out less and I'm seeing more results. Okay, let me say that one more time. Work out less, see more results. That's what started to happen. And the past couple months, I stopped doing so much cardio because I felt like, I don't want to say I was getting too small, but I wasn't looking strong, and I really like that strong kind of somewhat, you know, muscular, just a strong look. So I started lifting more. I feel like if I didn't change that up, I probably would have lost even more weight, but I'm fine with the weight that I'm at. I just want to, like, you know, 6-pack, you know, I want the whole thing. I want to be a little ripped. Not too much. That's fine, but not for me. You know, just a little cuts. I want a few cuts, you know? So before we get into the Q&A, the questions that I asked on Insta Stories, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about my workouts that I do on my own. I do have a boxing trainer twice a week, and then the other days I do just lift weights on my own. So I want to talk to you guys about what motivates me to get up every day and kind of some, you know, inspo for you. So when I first started keto, I was motivated just when I saw results. When I started losing weight, I was like, oh wow, like this is really working, and that motivated me. And then when I started to intermittent fast, I noticed that, wow, I wake up, my stomach is flat, and it's just working. I think that's just motivation enough. When you see results, that's motivating enough. The past few months when I started lifting, I think just seeing, you know, my stomach get more defined, seeing muscles in places that I haven't seen, that motivates me. And also just being the best version of myself. And I know a lot of people say that, but you know, it's true. Like, I want to be the best and feel the best that I can possibly be. And that's what drives me every day. You know, that's what keeps me from cheating. That's what, you know, keeps me disciplined. Just that idea of being the best version of yourself. And I love it. You know, I love having discipline, being disciplined, being consistent. I'm a Virgo. Okay, I thrive off consistency and a schedule. Okay, like I need it in my life. So I'm sure most of you guys know on Instagram you can create folders, you know. You can go to, you know, it's like a little envelope almost looking thing. So what I do is I'll look, you could go to like Gymshark's account or the fitness tab in your Explorer page, and I look for fitness girls, and what I look for is, let me show you. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see this. Basically, I'll look for someone that has a workout and also says exactly what they're doing. Like this girl, this is I think Lisa Fit, it says back right there. So I'm like, okay, cool, I'll go make a folder that is just for back workouts. I love this. Like I love when fitness girls do this. See how that just says shoulders, you know? So right away, before even clicking on the video, I'm like, oh, shoulders, back, you know. So I create folders for shoulders, back, biceps, triceps, leg day. And I kind of just follow what they do. Like a lot of these fitness girls, like when you follow their page, it's really like educational and it's motivating, and they kind of show you exactly what to do. So you have a little bit more confidence when you work out. And this is kind of what I follow. I try and, you know, do 2 body parts a day. So I'll do like shoulders and triceps one day. And it's not just like one workout. I'll do like 3 different circuits, and each circuit will have like 4 workouts. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm pretty much working out my shoulders, my triceps for like 45 minutes straight. But oh my God, those videos, like they just like, I love them so much. It really helps. So like one day I'll do shoulders, triceps, another day back, biceps, another day leg day, the other day I might repeat something, and I do abs every day. If you want your ab muscles to pop, you have to work your abs every day that you go to the gym, and you have to eat super clean. Okay, abs are made in the kitchen. Okay, they are really made in the kitchen, and they're defined in the gym. Okay, bloop. Mark my words. All right, it's time to get into some questions. I know I've been kind of rambling on. I'm very passionate about keto, and I'm just passionate about sharing it with you guys, because if it worked for me and I was at a place where I was like, wow, you know, this is how I'm gonna look forever, just accept it, you know, to being where I'm at now, it just shows you that anyone can lose weight, feel their best, get into shape, be fit, and yeah, you know, let me be an example that no matter how far you feel like you've sunken into that hole, you can climb your way out, okay? All right, let's jump into the questions. How do you feel about taking breaks from keto, like every 3 months take a week off? No, absolutely not. All it takes is that week for you to break your habits and to not get back onto keto. No, keto is a lifestyle. It's kind of a way to teach your body that you are eating not for satisfaction, but you're eating to really just fuel your body. And I think a lot of times we get very addicted to food. You know, that crave that you have when you're like, oh, I'm craving a donut. I feel like that's just like, you know, your body addicted to that sugar, you know. Like I really don't crave sweets. I don't really have cravings. You know, I like to eat my little Lily's stevia sweetened chocolate, but I really don't have cravings because my body is eating, you know, a balanced meal. So yeah, don't cheat. Do not cheat. Ooh, who is your body inspo? So I don't like to compare myself to anybody, and that's with just anything in life in general. I don't compare myself to anybody. There's definitely a lot of girls on Instagram where I'm like, wow, goals, bomb. And they're all like fitness girls. Like I like that athletic fit look. You know, abs and definition, I'm like, ooh, that's cute. Do you get bored of keto foods? No, I really don't. I can eat the same thing every single day. You guys see it, like all my other keto videos, I'm literally eating the same thing every day for weeks. I've been experimenting a lot with like cauliflower rice. Oh my God. Cauliflower rice and cauliflower mashed potatoes. It's just made of cauliflower. It's a vegetable, you can eat it. It is so good. So, yeah, I don't get bored. I really don't. How crucial is fasting for keto? Do you also track calories? How do you stay motivated? So I feel like to maximize the keto diet, it is important to fast. Also, when you fast, you really give yourself a chance to listen to your body. So when you first start fasting, 16 hours is a long time for a lot of people. You know, it's kind of like, ugh, it's kind of hard. The first few days I was fine. I was like, oh, easy breezy. And then, you know, my boyfriend would come in. You guys know Les. You know Les. He would come in and have food, and I would just smell it, and I'm like, you know, but you after a while you get used to it, and before you know it, you just don't even crave anything. So after I eat my last meal at, it's usually 4, sometimes 3:30, sometimes 4:30, it's in that window, I feel really full and content. You know, I'm not stuffed, I just feel good, and that really does hold me over till the next day. Let's see what else she say. Oh, do you track your calories? So right now I'm not tracking. I recently went back into the Keto app, and it's telling me based off my workouts that I could eat 2,300 calories a day, and when I'm tracking it, I'm not doing that. I'm like around 1,700, 1,800. So I think it's good every once in a while to go back and like put in, you know, the food, track everything. That way you just keep yourself in check, because during Dryuary, which was the month of January, I didn't drink alcohol. Did we talk about that? Yeah, that's basically it. I didn't drink alcohol, and yes, I did feel leaner. Okay, but I'm not doing that again. During that month, I definitely feel like I was consuming more calories because maybe I wasn't drinking wine. I mean, I don't know, but it's definitely good to track. Keto Diet app is what I used, and I liked it. The first few months of keto, definitely track, because you need to check yourself every day. What is the hardest part? I'm assuming she means of starting keto. The hardest part is actually starting it and doing it. You know, it's easy to say, oh, I'm a keto, and you're doing it like twice a week. That's not keto. You know, I don't know what that is. Okay. So the hardest part is actually starting, you know, committing to it, getting rid of all the sugar, all the carbs in your house, throwing it away, and starting fresh, which means that you're not going to eat out as much. You're going to cook your meals, which saves you money. What is your eating schedule, and why did you decide to start fasting? So I decided to start fasting because I plateaued and I feel like I needed a change. So I started fasting, and listen, when you fast, you're not bloated and you wake up with your stomach on flat, okay? What is your eating schedule? So I usually eat my first meal around 10:30 a.m., which is actually like an 18-hour fast. And that's my keto bowl, which I talked about in my last, my last keto video. I talked about that. And then I try my best not to snack, which means like not eating a couple cashews, not having a keto cup, which it's only like 130 calories. I think it's like 1 net carb, so it's fine. But just trying not to snack at all, just drink water. And then I'll eat again at like 3:30, 4-ish, around that time, and that's it. When I'm really strict and I'm like, okay, I want to lean out and maybe lose a couple pounds, no snacking at all. How long will you be doing keto for? Is this forever? Forever. Yeah, it's something that's totally sustainable. You know, keto is something that you can do forever. It's not like a temporary, you know, thing. I hate when people are like, oh, it's not good long term. It actually is better for you long term. You know, people who have diabetes, who are autistic, hold please. Let me go get a picture here to show y'all some of the health benefits. Ketogenic diet may even have benefits against diabetes. Well, there's no sugar, so it helps insulin levels, cancer, epilepsy, Alzheimer's disease. Like, there's so many benefits, and if this wasn't sustainable, then they wouldn't recommend people with like certain diseases to go on the keto diet. I guarantee you guys, if you do keto properly, no sugar, no cheating, and that doesn't mean like a lot of bacon, like really the right way, you're gonna notice your skin change, you're gonna notice weight loss, you're gonna notice a huge change in your body. I promise, listen, I promise. Did you notice a change with your complexion doing keto? Yes. You know, I'm all looking at my skin right now. So I noticed a huge change when I cut cheese. You could have cheese on keto, but I just feel like cutting dairy always helps your skin. So when I cut dairy and really backed off of that, I noticed my skin it looked clearer, it just looked better. When I cut alcohol, my skin just looked like the texture, it was so soft. It was hydrated. My skin has done nothing but improve. Typically when I get a facial, she's like, yeah, you're a little dehydrated, you're this, you're that. And she really didn't have much to say. She just did my extractions, you know, and set me on my way. So you'll notice a huge difference in your skin. Huge. When did you physically start seeing a change in your body? Love you. Oh, thanks. So started keto April. The first month I lost 12 pounds. The next 2 months I didn't lose anything. That's when I started to, intermittent fast, made changes, started tracking, made sure I was eating less. I feel like all the huge changes started to happen the 3-month period because I started making changes. So you're gonna notice like the first month you'll lose weight like this. If you're not losing weight, you're probably not doing it right. Yeah, so first month and then 3 months. That's why I tell people almost set realistic goals for yourself. Like don't set a 2-week goal, set like a month goal, set a 3-month goal, be realistic. How much weight have you lost? I think I said that, 25 pounds, girl. And I've lost body fat. I don't know the exact percentage, but I've definitely lost body fat. What do you do to get rid of bloat? Girl, you are not bloated on keto. That's one thing. You will not be bloated. No, you don't really get bloated. Nope. Someone said, why was I keto and intermittent fasting for a month and only lost 2 pounds? I don't believe that. No, I'm sure that's what happened. But if say you're doing keto Monday through Friday, and on the weekends you're not doing keto, you're not going to lose the weight. You're not going to see a difference. So it's hard for me to answer questions like that because it's like I need to know exactly what you're eating and exactly what you're drinking and what you're doing, because that says a lot. If you're eating 10 meals a day, from 8 a.m. to 9, or 3 meals a day, 5 meals a day, you're eating a lot of portions, you're probably not going to lose weight. There's so many factors that go into that. But just know that if you're on keto and you don't see results, really start tracking what you're doing and you'll see exactly why you're not losing weight. Like, oh, I'm consuming 3,000 calories or too many calories or this or this or this. So gotta do your research, y'all. How hard was it to fight cravings during the first week or month of keto? So the first week was fine. I was like, oh, this is easy. I can do this. The second week I was like, yeah, this is cool. I think it wasn't until like the third week I was like, it's like, damn, hungry. Like I was getting those little like itches. It wasn't really that my body was craving it. It was just like I was going through the process of breaking habits, and that's hard. That's really what's hard. And then when I started fasting, I feel like there was probably a 2-week period where I was like, dang, this is hard. Like I should just eat. And I'm like, no, drink some tea, stick it out, and you'll be fine. Why did you choose to start keto over another lifestyle change? I've tried everything, okay? I'm telling y'all, I was vegetarian for a little bit. I didn't tell y'all about that, but I was. And I was vegetarian on keto for like 2 weeks. You could do it. So I was vegetarian, that didn't work, okay? I was pescatarian, which means I just did fish. And that, I think I lost like 2 pounds. That wasn't working for me. I did, the personal training diet, or they tell you like, oh, eat, a sweet potato and then have your salmon and have that. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why that doesn't work for me and why it doesn't always work for a lot of people. So when you say you can eat anything just in moderation turns into, it turns into this, okay? So you start off small and then, just being social, going out, you're like, oh, I'll just have a little bit more. Oh, I'll eat this, it'll be fine. And I feel like it's easy to lose control when you're told you can eat in moderation. Whereas keto, it's like, no, it's pretty black and white, like no sugar, no carbs. So it's not like you could have a little bit, because for me, a little bit turns into a lot. And that a lot turns into 25 pounds. How did you get that 6-pack? Girl, this thing, it's like, I work on my stomach every single day, but the definition I have in my stomach is from eating. Abs are made in the kitchen, defined at the gym. So it's really about what you eat. Intermittent fasting has helped a lot. Like I feel like my stomach has evolved because of fasting. Yeah, that's it. Keto, girl. So it's the lifestyle. Ooh, this is a good one. How often do you practice intermittent fasting? So 16 hours without eating. Like you could have tea, coffee, water on intermittent fasting. Pretty much anything that's 0 calorie, no sugar, no carbs. So anything that's not going to make your digestive system start to work. So I fast Monday through Friday. Or if, say I have like a dinner or something to go do, something social on Friday, I'll fast Sunday to Thursday, which is what I'm doing this week. But I try not to be super like strict or hard on myself. So if I only fast 4 days out of the week, I'm fine, The next week I'll just try and do 5. Ooh, how long was your longest fast? 23 hours, almost a full day. That's the crazy part, okay? And it wasn't on purpose. It wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna try not to eat for almost a day. It was like I ate at 4, and then the next day, I had errands to run, I had stuff to do, and I was like, you know, I'm just gonna have coffee, and I'm not even hungry, so I'm not gonna eat yet. Ran errands, came home, and when I came home, it was like 1:30, and I was like, you know what, if I just don't eat, that'll make 23 hours. Like, let's just see how you feel after it. And once I hit the 23-hour mark, I was like, you know what, I actually don't feel hungry. I feel fine, which is crazy. You kind of get like a little, you know, a little bit of a craving, and then it goes away. It's really strange what happens. So I ate, and I don't do that often. I feel like that's something maybe I'll do every once in a while, but a lot of doctors tell you it's good to eat just 1 meal a day. So a lot of people fast for 23 hours every single day, you know, or 24 hours, 23, 24 every single day, and it's completely healthy. So, all right, I think I answered most of your questions. I had a lot of repeat questions, and I feel like a lot of people are just so curious about the food you can eat and what you can't eat. And really what I did was I Googled what foods can you eat on keto, and there's so many diagrams and lists. And what you could do is just put the list in your notes, foods you can eat, foods you can't eat. Sometimes I'll be at the store and I'm like, oh my God, can I have this? Like, I don't know, you know, and I'll just Google, can you have apples on keto? You know, and they'll tell you like, oh, you really shouldn't have a lot of fruit, you know, because fruit has natural sugar. Corn, no, but I always like have my phone ready to just ask Google. So I always recommend just Google it. And look up YouTube videos. They help so much. You guys, if you're ever in a place where you're like, oh, I need motivation, look at transformation photos or transformation videos on YouTube. Transformation photos on Instagram will, you know, it gets me every time. I'm just like, oh my gosh. I hope this video helps. You know, I really just want to be that person to encourage you guys, to motivate you guys, and just kind of lead by example. You know, my transformation is happening now. And I think a lot of times we see people and we see the after, and we don't really see what they're going through in the process. And, you know, it takes a long time, you know, weight loss and getting fit, which is my goal. I really want to be fit. It doesn't happen in a month. It doesn't happen in 2 months. It takes sometimes, you know, a couple years. You know, I feel like a big transformation takes a year. Seriously. If you look at anyone's transformation photos, it's always like a year where you're like, oh, wow. And then if you continue the next year, just every year you get better, you know? So it takes time, and I just want you guys to be patient, and I just really want you guys to know that I'm here for you. I'm here to support y'all, okay? If I could do it, you could do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Listen, I do more than just makeup videos. Look, I'm talking about keto. Okay, subscribe. Comment below if you guys have lost weight on keto because you started after I started. Please let me know. Like, oh my God, I love hearing those stories of oh, I lost weight because I started keto when you started keto, or after I saw your results. I love seeing that. So comment below if you've started a keto journey and your results are just like mind-blowing. Let me know. Subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. And last but not least, gotta end the video with strut and slay.